Hello everybody! I have kind of a huge video that I'm going to be filming for you all today. I have decided where I'm going to store my Jeonghan collection, and it is going to be just in a standard Meow Cafe A4 Plus 2-inch binder, which is what most of my binders are at this point. I think the only ones I'm going to have that aren't going to be Meow Cafe will be my Luca Lab composition notebook A5s and maybe Prism Platinum for BTS. But that is not for quite some time. My video today, I'm just going to be kind of chatting with you, setting this up. I may be lacking fillers, so that may come in like a later binder maintenance, but I will do as much as I can. I do have to sleeve all of these, and I'm going to start on empty packages of sleeves so I can kind of try and guess how many Jeonghan cards I have, because I have no idea. I have 500 sleeves here, and that should be enough. I imagine this is just over like 200, but I also could be very wrong. So I have album cards, non-album cards, things that nothing new currently, but I'm also hoping that getting it moved over into this binder will help me want to go back and finish some of my non-album sets from prior to the boycott. So I am going to go ahead and sleeve everything off camera just because I think that that's going to take me like a very long time. I will hopefully be back. I'm hoping this is going to take me like 30 minutes. I will let you know. It is currently, hey Google, what time is it?
It's 5:26 p.m. And by the way, if you're ever feeling curious about other ways I can help, just ask, what can you do?
Okay, it's about 5:30 right now. So I will see what time I finish sleeving, and hopefully it'll be by 6 o'clock. So, okay, it is actually, let me see. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 6:20 p.m.
Okay, that took me almost an hour. But I don't know why I thought it was so few. This is well over 450 cards. So I'm on my way to 500, and between these cards that won't fit in this binder, I definitely have over 500. And I have a couple OT13 sets that I'm no longer storing, so I definitely have over 517 photo cards. So, however, in this binder, this is going to be strictly my Jeonghans, save for I think 2 OT13 sets, and then like 4 pages of my bias wreckers, if you will. I'm gonna scoot this over here to get it out of your view, and we're just gonna jump right into it. I did not make the placeholders, so that will come in a binder maintenance video. For the sake of space, I think I'm on a lot of these when it will work out that way. I'm just going to make like standard 9-pocket layouts. But if you collect 17, which I imagine you do if you are watching this video, then you would know that most of their cards don't lay out nicely for a standard 9-pocket. This is totally new for me because I have decided to part ways with most of my Joshua collection. I just haven't actively collected him in, I think, over 2 years now. Maybe 3, I don't know. But it has been some time. I don't think that's how I want to lay this out. I think I'm going to do AO1 like this. And then we'll do teenage. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, just kidding. Well, no, I am kidding all around. Okay, just kidding, everybody. Okay, I know I said at the beginning of this video that I was going to talk about my collection goals, so I'm going to try and do that. I can't promise that I am going to be very cohesive, so you may just get like random snippets here and there. But as I like kind of narrow down what I am really loving collecting. I am also, hold on, I want the sideways cards like that to frame them, and then this row will be all selfies. Okay, anyway, as I narrow down what it is that I really am wanting to collect, it is kind of allowing me the opportunity to really downsize and not feel bad about it. I know that sounds silly, but it has been something I have really had to work on over the years, of like, I don't have to collect everybody that I love, and I'm allowed to collect things and not complete them. Like, I don't have to complete every collection. I don't have to have every photo card. I can have some photo cards or no photo cards or half of the photo cards. So I'm just trying to like really pinpoint what it is that brings me the most joy to collect, what doesn't feel like a chore to do, what I continually seek out. And so that has kind of made it a little bit easier to streamline my collection and really figure out where I want to go. With that said, there are some collections that the last time I did a binder maintenance video, I picked some things up that I have since dropped or downsized that I've been really back and forth on for years. And I finally think that I'm at a good place and don't feel like obligated to keep them. So that is very exciting to me. I think my next video is going to be a collection that I have just recently decided to finally do after wanting to do it for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I bought the binder for it today, so that may be my next video. But that shouldn't be until mid-December. And then before the year's over, I would love to do a collective binder tour. Hopefully I can do that. And if not, then I would do a, I will do, hold on, I can't think. If that doesn't happen, I will just do a beginning of the year video and a binder maintenance video at the end of this year. It just kind of depends on how things end up for me. I so badly miss getting an ode cards, but can we please talk about this guy? Like, those cards were so infuriating when I tried to get them the first time. I literally, it was so infuriating. I got the same card so often. Same with these two. When I first started, it was like I looked at a template and didn't know really how to look for the differences of those cards. But yeah, I mean, now I know there are people out there who are truly difficult to collect. I think I'm going to do something different with my OT13 and Jeonghan set of Hope. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I need 8 pocket layouts, basically. So I believe what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna feel silly, okay, to pretty much everybody but me, but trust and believe that it makes sense in my head. Actually, great thought I just had. I'm only doing this because an ode has 5 versions, so I can't, there's like no real good way to lay this out, since I'm no longer collecting 2 members. Okay, and then I'm gonna put one of each on each page. So we'll have, I said that, I think I'm gonna do the berets on this page, and then I'll do these on this page. And I think that that looks very nice. And yeah, I really like that layout, so I don't have to worry about splitting them up into like one page with a couple of cards on it. This is a set I'm not sure I'll ever be able to part ways with. I think it will follow me to my grave. Okay, and then we'll move on to Hangade. This was like a very defining collection moment. It was when I really started, like I started collecting it during and like right after an ode. So this was everything when I first started collecting. And then Hangade was, Fallen Flower technically was my first comeback as an active carrot. But for Korean comebacks, Hangade was first. This is going to be a 5-pocket page, and I'm going to do it this way. It's going to be semicolon and your choice. And I'm going to put his flower card in the middle because I'm always partial to a flower card. And then we have Attica. We've got card 3. I'm just making sure that these numbered ones are going to be in the correct order. However, this one is not going to be in the correct order because I have card number 80, which is the Target exclusive. And then, except, you know what? I think I'm going to put the Target exclusive on that other page because otherwise I just have 4 cards. I would rather have 6 and 5. So I'll do the album cards, and then I'm going to put Target right here in the middle. And then we'll do the other beret cards just in the different lighting. And let's see, 99, 98. Let me make sure I got those. 96, 97. And then the Target card in the middle. Yeah, I like that better. Now we're gonna hop right in to the monstrosity that is Face the Sun. I say monstrosity not because the arrow was bad, but because why are there 100 million photo cards? I am pretty much caught up to Jeonghan prior to when the boycott started. As I mentioned, I am participating in the High boycott, so I'm not buying any album cards. I think I'm not buying any albums. I'm not buying any album cards. That's just where I am at currently. Hold on, guys. I think I messed this up. But I'm hoping that in getting my binder set up in a nice binder that I like, I will feel inclined to go try and actually find like my Kino cards that I'm missing for the previous albums and finished Carrotland sets and things like that. I haven't even had a wish list made. I've just been really like discouraged and sad about the whole situation with Hybe, and not to mention like everything going on with the girl groups. It's just been honestly not like the most fun experience lately, but I figure while Jeonghan is enlisted, it's probably a good time to try and catch up. Same with Jeonghan and Hypen. I need to just catch up on pre-boycott non-album sets. I'm not sure any of my fillers I have made are gonna fit. Let me see. No, I'm gonna cut these down. I would normally use my straight edge cutter, but I don't want to get it out. Okay, that's still pretty tight. I actually have 2 more Meow Cafe binders on the way to me. One is for a collection I've picked up, and the other is for some of my miscellaneous girl groups that I like kind of actively, well, I do actively collect. They're just like not my main priority collections. I don't know how to word that. They are priority collections. One of them is going to be my loose sample collection, and I don't even really know what to say about that whole situation. It just kind of sucks. So obviously I hope for the best outcome. I trust the girls. They seem pretty positive about it and happy with the decision. So I'm hoping that there is something better for them lined up, maybe where they won't be doing 100 fan calls in like a couple months time. So and then we're gonna put up sector 17. I don't remember how I had this laid out at all. I think that I had these guys in the middle because I just left them. And then he goes here. And then I do want to try and get these stickers. I have the one, so I figure at this point, like, I should just try to get both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll put the stickers here. And then these were, I believe, the, like, compact digipack. I don't know what they call them. And I'm putting this here in the middle, and then these 2, one is a Target card and one is the Kino card. I don't know what's what, but this is my favorite Jeonghan concept ever. One of the things I may end up doing during like the boycott and his enlistment is trying to get more cards with that concept. I think I have most of them, but there are for sure a couple more. Okay. Now we'll jump into FML. Maybe I had it like this. I think so. I don't like it though. So that may change. So like we have album cards, album cards, album cards, Target card, and I joined a group order for that. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put, oh nope, that I can't do that because I need to be able to put the Weaver's version in the middle. Oh my word, this is gonna need to be cut down a little bit. I am finally at a place where I am almost happy with all of my binders. And then it will just be like maintenance stuff and getting things situated, so on and so forth. So that is most exciting to me. I started my major switch to Meow Cafe almost exactly a year ago, a little over at this point. First with my OT12 Eyes One binder, and it has just continued to grow since then. And now almost every binder I own is a Meow Cafe binder. So I wish they could sponsor me, but that is not in my cards. Okay, so we've got weavers, 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 carrot, kit version. Sorry that all of these like placeholders are different. I've made them at very different times over the years, so they just kind of have stayed with whatever they looked like when I made that current set. Now we're gonna do my Japanese Jeonghan cards, which I don't think I'm gonna like super prioritize. So they're not going to be in, like, I'm not gonna leave gaps for the missing cards, but I am gonna, maybe over time, I'll change my mind once I get caught up to the, like, kit cards that I'm missing and Carrotland and things like that. But I've gotten a lot of them at this point, and what I'm left with, if you don't know, Jeonghan is very expensive, especially his Japanese cards, so it just has become super low priority on my books. I love what I have and I would love to have more, but I'm also not super willing to cough out like $30+ for a photo card most of the time, and I very rarely see them go for less than that. Or they're really hard to trade for, so I don't know. Maybe I'll put them back on a wish list, maybe I won't. If I do, again, it probably won't be for a while. Now, if you do have any that I'm missing and you are not selling them for an outrageous price, I am interested in hearing you out. I wish I did have 9, but that's okay. And then next is pre-order benefits that I don't have stored with album cards. I did at one point think I was going to collect all of his pobs and everything with his face on it, and that was back before things got to the point they are now. There is almost nobody that I feel that way about because of the sheer volume of photo cards and the state of photo cards today. But I do collect the majority of everything of Hanbin's face, if you aren't aware. But that I'm pretty like up to date with that, so that's a little different. When I started trying to do that with Jeonghan, I was already years behind, and it just ended up being really difficult. Now, the reason I have so many of these pobs is because I did join group orders for them when they were coming out, or I got them at like a K-pop store when the album came out. So yeah, I know I have some pretty coveted cards in there. They will never leave my side. They are very special and dear to me, and I feel very lucky to possess them. I think I must have joined a group order for these Your Choice pre-order benefits, but I'm so serious that I don't remember doing it. That feels like it's 100 years ago. I could just get 3 more cheap pobs from Poke Market to fill out the bottom of this so that it doesn't drive me crazy, but I don't know that that will happen. Now, we're going to move into non-album miscellaneous cards. This is going to be really fun to set up because I don't remember what it looked like, but we fucking ball. Okay. So again, a lot of this is from when I thought I was going to fully collect everything with his perfect little face on it. None of it is anything I will ever be able to part ways with. So there's that. I'm not doing a very good job talking about my goals for next year. Let me think. I'll go down like mentally the collections that I have. Okay, so starting with my boy groups, I am actively collecting my BTS OT7 group album cards, like anything pre-solo era. So I'm collecting all OT7 of that. Anything solo era that is post. Guys, I want these two to go together. Is these cute? Do I have any others that don't like really match? He doesn't have a match. He doesn't have a buddy. Anyways, with so sorry. Hold, please. We'll do blonde hair and purple hair. Okay, so for my BTS stuff, I'm really at this point focused on my Love Yourself collections. Anything between Love Yourself and like B, I'm very close on. So I would love to be able to complete that maybe by June of next year. So there's that, and I'm pretty close on my pre-boycott solo things as well, just like a card here and there. So I'd like to finish that as soon as I can. And then for Enhypen and 17, I don't have anything to like back collect except for random like kit cards and non-album things that I started and never finished. So I'd like to complete those. A lot of those things that I'm missing in terms of non-album are fairly cheap on Poke Market, probably also on Mercari, so hopefully I'll be able to finish those soon. Here you'll notice I did keep some Joshua's, mostly because it just looks good on the page. Otherwise I'm left with like 4 random Jeonghan cards. And then these are concert cards that I have. Some more of them. I think I have 7 here. So for other boy groups, I'm not as like heavily collecting them anymore, but I do collect Gravity, Mini, and Jungmo, who I'm fairly caught up on, except for some Kino cards and Plave cards. I selectively collect NCT Jaemin and Stray Kids Lino and Hyunjin, but those are not high priority at all. If I just keep the wish list up, and if somebody offers them to me, then I will take them, but I don't really like seek them out all that much. Then I was going to pick my Sungchan collection back up, but I am no longer planning on doing that. I am boycotting Rise. I'm really boycotting SM groups also, but you know. Ooh, I've had these stored like this for years, and I think I'm gonna change it. Because he is the odd one out, and he matches that. Okay, then my last boy group that I collect, that I don't think I'm forgetting anything, is of course Zero Base One, who I have a very large collection of at this point, and I don't intend to change anything about that. I will continue to collect them the way that I have been. And that is just the way that that goes. I would love to, I'm currently missing one album card, and it is Ricky's solar version ID card, which is like the stupidest thing to be missing ever, probably, but oh well, I'll get it eventually. I think it's also because I'm just not willing to spend very much money on an ID card like that, but I did just buy a lot of my remaining ZB cards from my GOM, like they had leftovers, so guys, there's so many Carrotland cards. Okay, as for my girl group collections, there's a couple things I don't really want to talk about because there's kind of surprises. Unless you follow my Instagram, then you know, but if you don't follow my Instagram or you don't really keep up with my collections, then it is a surprise, and I kind of just want to keep it that way. I don't really know why, but I feel like I want to. So those probably aren't not in numerical order, but that's okay. Actually, I'm lying to you anyways about this. I don't even remember what girl group I was. Oh, I don't want to mention some of the girl groups because they haven't been talked about on my channel yet. But they will be eventually. Two, 54. 15, 17, and I'm gonna move these back over, and we'll put the Vernon Jeonghan unit cards at the bottom, 47, 27, and then the OT13 cards, 79, 80. I feel like there's one that I'm missing there, and then these are just like, these were merch photo cards, but I'm keeping them with Carrotland because they go there. So I did drop quite a few girl group collections. So my active girl group collections, aside from a few that I'm not going to mention, are my OT12 Eyes One collection, Lysair from Jeonghan, who is currently paused, but I am back collecting, Yuri, Yana, Wanyang, then that's all my Eyes One stuff, and then Hyunjin, Lucemble, R.I.P. Lucemble. Hopefully they like go do something, but I don't know what their plan is. She did just announce a digital single. Hyunjin Luna and Lucemble, Heejun Artemis, and then like I have some low priority collections like my Diane Kepler collection, among a few others that I will not mention. So yeah, I am absolutely absurdly close to completing my Eyes One OT12 Korean album card collection. I'm missing right now, as of like everything I've purchased that I have coming in trades, I'm missing 35 cards. 35. Out of over 200 cards, I'm missing 35 of them. So I'm kind of fiending to finish that. Yeah, I'm kind of fiending to finish my Eyes One OT12 Korean collection. I would like to add some non-album things into that. So that's part of it. I feel that I am missing something here. I think there's supposed to be a selfie that I don't have, but maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But anyways, regardless, there's going to be a space in the middle. I am nearly done with Wanyang. I have just a few cards for her left. Actually, just one card. I did decide to pick up her Japanese things, though, so I do have that. I couldn't tell you what any of these are merch cards. I'm sorry, I keep going silent. I haven't looked at this collection in like a super long time, so I'm kind of struggling to remember what's what. Some of these maybe are like t-shirt, DVD, I don't know. So yeah, Wanyang I'm really close on. I am as caught up to Yuri as I can be. She, one, has a card that is like nowhere to be found on the internet, and two, is a little too busy to be releasing music. She's going to be in Squid Games soon, which I am going to actually cry and weep and scream and sob and throw up. So totally normal reactions. Don't worry about it. And then I do hope she'll do some songs again someday, but I am currently just like loving this life for her and loving watching her success grow, and people are going to know she is. I'm not going to be able to gatekeep her anymore. So sad. Like, random people in real life are going to be like, hey, I saw your girl on Squid Games. Like, what do you know about her? Who told you about her? I mean, me, probably, but why did I do that? You know? I don't know if these are in order. I'll have to check the backs.
41730, 4356.
Yeah, they are. Yena, sorry, I'm going through my list in my head. Yena, I think almost caught up with to Hate XX. I would love to, or maybe I am caught up to Hate XX. I would love to get fully caught up soon-ish though, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm not doing this right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry. It bothers me to just have things like spread out randomly when there's like unit cards. I kind of want the unit cards to at least make a little sense, and I'm gonna put that boy in the middle. How did I have this? One. Okay. And then I'll just do, this one matches this. This one matches this. That one can match that. But then am I gonna cover up something cutie on the back? Kinda. It can just go here. Yeah, Yena, I'm pretty much caught up to. Yuri, I'm pretty much caught up to. Wanyang, I'm almost caught up to all of her Korean stuff. So for Chaewon, I am kind of caught up, kind of not caught up. It's just like, I'm kind of, I don't know. That collection is hard. I'm at a bad place with it, with all the high stuff, you know. I hate the way the backs of that line up, but I want the bear cards in the middle. I think since I didn't put this one in the middle, though, I am going to put this one in the front. I just think it matches a little bit better. But then I think I'll put him in the middle since it's a selfie. Yeah, I like that better. Hyunjin, loose symbol stuff. I'm okay. I'm not doing great. I'm not doing bad. I'm still waiting on group orders that I feel like I'm never gonna get for one of a kind, but they'll come when they come. And her Luna collection is just a slow collection that I'm not too concerned about most of the time. I think I want... Kepler Dion, I'm not doing too hot on. But I'm wanting to. And I also am kind of miscellaneously collecting Jeonghan. But that's a slow labor of my love. I'm not worried about it. They're just my favorite cards on a template. So I get them if I get them. If I don't, I don't. I did finally decide to downsize her and part with a lot of that collection. So this section is my miscellaneous Jeonghan collection before we get, like, we're getting so close to the end, you guys. We are almost done. I have no idea how long this has taken me. And I really want to go get Panda Express. So I think I'm going to go do that after I finish. But this section before I moved binders was really not in any kind of order, and is as in order as I can make it, but these are just miscellaneous things, either stuff I've bought or stuff that came in kits or packages. So I'll probably add to this over time, and I'll have to move things around as I do because it's not going to be something that I have a actual wish list for. This is one of the few OT13 collections that I kept. I think what I'm going to do is keep Jeonghan in the middle of it because I know it ruins the age order, but I like him in the middle. I did want to acquire the other set of these, but what I might do is just get the other Jeonghan card, and that way I can do him in the middle on the other page. Also, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave a spot for that so that I'm forced to go buy it on Polka Market. Because I would love to have both OT12 sets for this, but I don't see myself doing that, especially because I don't know if they ended up getting expensive. I pre-ordered the magazine and this was just the set that I got. So, yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize I made a huge mess over there. Also, guys, I have been wanting an Awala water bottle, and the Urban Outfitters exclusives came out for Black Friday, and my roommate and I went to the mall today, and they managed to have the one that I liked the most. So I finally am an Awala girl, which is like so fun for me. So I don't know, I just had to share that with you. Now we are getting into the last of this binder, and this is my bias wreckers, whatever you would call it. So if you've watched my channel before, then you probably know that at one point I collected both Jeonghan and Joshua. My whole thing for years was like Jeonghan trades on Instagram and Mercari and YouTube. And then 17 just got like so hard to collect because they just kept having like a million cards. And yeah, I still obviously love Joshua. That is why I kept as many cards as I did. I'll try and explain my reasoning for keeping what I kept here in a minute, but I couldn't get rid of all of it. It just wasn't possible. So I did keep, I believe, 27 cards for Joshua, and what I tried to do was keep roughly one from each era, and if like each era ended up having like different versions that I like loved, then I tried to keep one from each version. So like I kept one from each You Make My Day, You Made My Dawn, one from each An Ode, like both backs, all of Hangare, and then some random ones. So that is how I decided what to keep. I narrowed it down by my very favorites. It was really difficult, but I was so brave because I know that they'll go to a very loving home. And I got it to where it like kind of lays out perfectly. So it's funny because for You Make My Day, I ended up keeping all of the plain backs, and for You Made My Dawn, I ended up keeping all of the ribbons, and it was not on purpose. That is just how it worked out. I just thought that that was funny. Oh, and I was planning on doing front and back, but because I still have quite a bit of space in here, I think I'm gonna just do actually 3 pages. So I've mentioned this in this video and maybe in the past, but my favorite era of 17 was from teenage to You Made My, to an ode. That was just like my very favorites. So I did keep the most cards from that, and same with my other members that I collected. So you'll see a lot of those. And I may end up like wanting more Joshua cards in the future, like for future comebacks. So if I do that, then I'm either going to force myself to try and get rid of something, or I'm gonna just allow myself to eventually have another like page 9 pocket, but I don't know. Okay, so for this last page in this binder, it is my next 3 members, and I'm just putting them in here by age order. And I tried very hard to keep my 3 favorite per member, but between, so I have 3 Hoshi cards. I ended up actually only having kept 3 Hoshi cards from the last time that I downsized. He's gonna be last. So not necessarily my very favorite Hoshis, but just ones that I didn't ever end up parting with before. So I figured it was perfect, and those are the ones that I kept. For Minghao, I kept a Oh My card because Oh My and Home are my very favorite title tracks. Oh My Minghao is just everything to me. I believe this is actually from the Our Dawn is Hotter Than Day. Yeah, it should be the same concept as like Our Dawn is Hotter Than Day stuff. And then I kept this Hope version card, and there's a story to this Poet Minghao card. It is actually one of the very first 17 cards I ever pulled. It was in my first 17 album I ever bought was The Poet, and I managed to pull a couple of my biases, but this Minghao at the time was, it was Joshua and Minghao. So this was like so exciting for me. Jeonghan was my last added bias and ended up being my ult. You don't pick them, they pick you type situation, you know? But I pulled the best Minghao photo card, in my opinion, of all time. It will go to my grave with me. I did at one point have to trade it to get one of my last Jeonghan Hope cards, and I regretted it so immensely that I went and sought it out again. And it is this Minghao. Don't ask me. I think it is just one of the best photo cards ever of all time. I love the sweater, the glasses, the hair, the whole situation. He will be going in the middle. Yeah. And then Seungkwan, I kept, again, I only had 3 cards, so I kept the 3 that I had. I have this and Ode card, and then 2 Busaksoon cards. I bought Busaksoon hoping to pull this photo card right here, and I did, so I kept it. I just am putting them in age order here, not in any particular like bias order. And then of course Joshua is my second bias, so he has his whole own section. But you guys, that is everything. Jeonghan is in his new home finally after all of this time, and I am so excited for it to be here. I feel so much better about it and thrilled to see the direction that this collection will take now. And I hope to see you guys in just a few weeks when I set up a very new and exciting collection with you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
아니요, 굉장히